All right. Well, I'm back at it. I was away for a few days at a conference, but if you're new here, as another episode of figure it out as I go along, and find out how expensive it's going to be as I go along. This is a moving everything from a BMW 135 into a 1968 Triumph TR6. So all the running gear, everything. So bought the car at a salvage auction. Didn't come with a key. I got a key now. $600 later, I've got a key. Yeah, make sure that whatever you buy has a key because that's expensive. The other thing was one of these wheel locks, the BMW Star style ones here. Yeah, $10 cheaper at BMW than on Amazon. Who'da thunk? So there's a couple tips. Stick around. Going to do some more stuff. Okay, so first thing on the agenda today is actually going to be back here and I'm going to do it this way. Going to be hooking the battery back up, connecting it up to a booster charger because I think it might be a little bit low. It's been sitting, and now that I have a new key, I'm going to plug that key in, go into accessory mode, and see what sort of faults this thing is going to kick out at me. I have no idea whether it's going to start a run. No clue. I have no idea what's wrong with it or anything. It just straight up out of auction. So, yeah, I've got a Carly, or the OBD link, the CX, the one built for Beamer code, is on its way. I hope it'll be here today. So I'll be able to plug that in and read any codes and errors and stuff. But as far as anything goes, I just want to see what lights up on the dashboard and see if it's like a Christmas tree or whether I might be able to start it. We'll see. Well, that was exciting. I got that connected up, and then as soon as I put the negative lead on, the lights came on inside the car, and we got dome lights. So now there's power to the car. That didn't happen before. I guess that's because I have the key in my pocket, and it must be reading the or setting the immobilizer so that it works. So that's friggin' awesome. Okay. One less thing to worry about, or maybe one more thing to worry about. We don't know. We'll find out soon enough. But yeah, I'm gonna keep moving forward here, see what happens. Okay, I'm going to bring you on the ride with me here. As you can see, there's no seats, there's nothing in here. I should probably plug this stuff back in just so that I don't, so I have the iDrive system connected up and stuff. So I'm going to do that before I stick this key in the dash and light it up. But I'm going to take you guys on that ride as I go. I'm not going to record it first and then, just show you the mess afterwards. All right, I plugged in, just connected the iDrive. As I said, I make these little labels here, which are great. Connected that up, and then something clicked in the back here and made some whirring sounds. So that was all very exciting. Here we go. Here goes nothing. All right. So let's put this here into the dash. Let's press start. Huh. Okay. I got nothing. Oh, there we go. Press it in. I got lights. Oh my God. What's going on here? Got the iDrive. No SOS signal. Okay, so the SOS won't work. Airbag. Seatbelt. Okay, so it's throwing an error for the seat. See, it says accept, so I can click that. Oh, that works. That good. No warning tones. Restraint system malfunction. You think? All right, fault in passenger restraint. Sorry, I just ran out of time. Yeah, so there's a fault there, so I'm just going to go okay with that. So it looks like everything there's working. Let me see if I can see how many K this car has. Oh, it's only got 152,000 K on it. There is some warnings and stuff, so I'm going to wait for my ODB. I'm going to go through these systems here and just see, maybe what the vehicle info, what it's telling me. Vehicle status. Flat tire monitor is good. Engine oil level. It's not possible until the ignition's on. Okay. Service required. Oh, wow. Everything's good. All right. I'm happy with that. Control check. Restraint system and SOS call malfunction. If that's all that's wrong with this car, I stole it for this price. I am thrilled. All right. We'll keep going and we'll see where we get to. This is exciting. Well, this was good. I was reviewing the stuff that I'd posted, and I looked outside, and the Amazon driver came with my package here. So I'm gonna try to open this with my key like that, and just exciting. All right, there it is. That's the OBD Link CX. So that's gonna plug into the car, and away we go. So exciting. Okay, let's do a quick unboxing here. So the OBD Link here is a nice little box. It's got a little magnet thing that opens up. It's got a little 3-year warranty, 3-day warranty. Hey, look at this. This is way smaller than I thought it was going to be. I mean, you see the pictures, and you kind of see the pictures, and you expect something that's going to be huge, but man, this thing's like tiny. It's like 2 inches by 3/4 of an inch, something like that. But anyways, really nice box. This is really quality made. I can't complain about that. All right, let's plug it in and see what happens. Okay, let's do a quick unboxing here. So the OBD Link here is a nice little box. It's got a little magnet thing that opens up. It's got a little 3-year warranty, 3-day warranty. Hey, look at this. This is way smaller than I thought it was going to be. I mean, you see the pictures, and you kind of see the pictures, and you expect something that's going to be huge, but man, this thing's like tiny. It's like 2 inches by 3/4 of an inch, something like that. But anyways, really nice box. This is really quality made. I can't complain about that. All right, let's plug it in and see what happens. Well, it threw a couple error codes, but to be quite honest, my new BMW threw even more. So I'm not concerned. It looks like everything's good. Battery's been charging. Thinking that maybe I might put my foot on the brake and hit the start button and see what happens. I've got a new fire extinguisher kicking around, so yeah, let's give it a try and see what happens, eh? Well, here goes nothing. Let's pop this up to start, because I think the battery's low. Let's get into this real low rider seat here. Where's that key gone? Oh, let's grab the key. Let's pop the key into the dash. There we are. Put our foot on the brake. It fucking runs. Oh my god. It fucking runs. I don't fucking believe it. Oh my god. Sorry about the fucking squaring, but oh my god, it just fucking booted right up. Just beautiful. Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy. Yeah, super happy. Okay, now I can start taking this apart and putting it into the TR6. Ah, awesome. First things first, right here, I just wanted to yank out the last of that radar detector, laser detector. It's this sort of a unit here, but I took it all apart, took it all out from under the dash, etc. So apparently it's got a radar detector as well as laser detector, and apparently that laser shifter pro. Didn't have those units. I think I talked about those before. The wires were in, but it looked like the units that were sitting back here are gone. So I'm going to look into that and see if I'm going to bother keeping it, using it, selling it, maybe throwing it into my other car. We'll see where it's at. These things change so quick that this unit might be out of date already. Next thing to do is to take the hood off the car. BMW makes it pretty easy. They've got, basically, you take out this bottom bolt here, and then this one is a slot, which is really nice for when you want to, put it back on. It makes life really easy. It just slots in. You don't need two people. You don't have to fight with it. So I'm going to get that out and then pull out the back tray here, open all that up, get the engine opened up, take the bumper off and the lights, and get ready to pull all the fluids out of the car so that I can get everything ready for getting the front end out. Okay, so we got the car, got the hood off, started taking the front open, so we got the whole open side up there, which is awesome. And a couple of you have been asking, ILNP. This stuff is freaking awesome. I've been working on the car all day, and it's hard to focus here, but I've been working all day on this car, and not even a just barely a touch-up needed. So if you're looking for some really tough nail polish, this stuff is awesome. Anyway, here we go. Right, here's another tip for you here. So I use these labels, right? So I got this one, BMW notes, and then a number, right? And what I do is I just create a Google spreadsheet, nice and simple, that has the number as the first column and then notes as the second column. And I just use my the voice transcription, use the microphone voice transcription to fill out your notes, and you just make nice simple notes about like this weird sensor. I have no idea what it's for. It goes in here, right? Don't know what it does but at least now I've got a really good note to tell me where it goes, and then I can figure it out later. So there's a tip for you. Going to do a little update here. I got the front bumper off, got the shroud off, the headlight. So I'm at the point where I just want to take a measurement across here. So this is the radiator, and what do I got there? I got about 28.25 inches across, and with the fan, we're looking at about, about 8 inches with the thing at the bottom. So if I go over to the Triumph, what did I say that was? I don't even remember. You guys tell me. Can you remind me? 28.5, call it. All right. If I go over here, and I look 28.5, it's going to be tight, but it's going to be nice. It's going to work. I can push it forward, and we'll move the intercooler, take a bunch more measurements, but that's going to fit up front there real nice. This is going to be the last update for tonight. So I continue taking all the dashboard apart. I'm trying to actually get the whole dashboard out in one piece. Kind of like when they install the dash, it's got the steering wheel, it's got all the components, and it's lifted in, and then there's some bolts that go in. So, all these videos of people taking the whole thing apart like I've done here, it should be easy to reverse, because there's no way they build a car like this, and I've seen that they don't. Like they have an armature that just lifts the dashboard into place, and then guys real quick put X number of bolts in. I'm just trying to figure out where those bolts, I got 6 of them out, but there's got to be some in the middle I'm just missing. But other than that, the front is all taken apart now, which is great, and we're getting closer. So tomorrow. Well, I'm back at it again this morning. Just hitting this thing again. I think today is, let's get the rest of the dashboard out and start, hopefully be able to get the carpeting out and take a look at the wiring and stuff like that. Just label everything, just getting bits and pieces. Lots of mosquitoes today, so this is going to be fun. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be working on. So, dashboard. I got another camera now, so I'm going to see about maybe doing some time-lapse stuff and maybe putting together some videos for YouTube. But these all go up on YouTube anyways as shorts, so we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. Ooh, okay, dash is out. There was a lot of screws there. Once I found them, it was easy, like the thing just came out. But here, check this out. How cool is this? So just dry fit, just sitting up in there. But, it's like I'm looking at this thing going, oh yeah, this is going to work nice. We're going to make this work. This is going to be seriously sick by the time it's done. Anyway, we're going to make that fit. And as you can see, I labeled some screws. Oh, it's hard to see there. There we go. Where the screws are, I labeled them so that I know which screws hold it back into this metal bar that goes across, because the likelihood is I'm going to yank that metal bar and mount it in here, because it holds the steering wheel, it holds everything in place, which is kind of cool. Anyway, there we go. Okay, next step is going to be removing all the wiring and pulling it behind, getting the unit off the steering column, releasing the steering column from this cross brace, and getting this metal cross brace out so that I can release the aircon and vent system, because that is definitely going to go in the new car or into the other car. So yeah, we'll just keep working at it. And then we'll probably take all these wires and loosen them off as well, and free up the gear so that when we're ready, we can drop the engine transmission out the bottom. Success! I got it out. The whole thing's out. It was a bit more work than I thought, but you know what? It can be shortened to fit in there, and it's going to be beautiful. So what's left now is the AC heating unit, etc. But until I discharge the AC, I'm not going to be able to take that out. So not 100% sure what I'm going to do there. So I'm going to continue on and try and get these subwoofers out and the front carpet out and then the back carpet out, and we'll go from there. Well, I've been at it for most of the day, and the interior is completely taken apart. All the wires are labeled, so it's stripped right down so that I can pull the wiring. And also I yanked the intercooler off of it and the fan, so that's all been pulled out. Fluids have all been drained. Started removing just some of the other stuff like the expansion tank and some other vacuum chambers and stuff like that. Just getting stuff labeled and up and out of the way so that I have to take a bunch of stuff out of this box that's electric, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm going to have to release in order to get the motor out. But I still have to discharge the radiator. So I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to get that done, but we'll see. Woot. Alright, we drained the AC system and disconnected it from the firewall where it goes into that the heater core box there. Going to disconnect it from the front here, and then we have the power steering has its own little oil cooler here. So I'm not going to drain that. I'm just going to take that off and set it to the side, and it'll come out with the motor all in one piece. Okay, well, I got the radiators out. I got the oil coolers all loose there, or the oil cooler's loose there. The power steering cooler is loose there. So that's all opened up. I got the air conditioning hose out from the side here, and as you can see, straight down the side of the thing, so should be able to drop the motor far enough down to be able to pull everything forward. This side's a little tighter. I'm going to have to remove the air intake pipe and a couple other things here. I took the air box off. The air box is on these. There's on 3 of these over here, and you really have to give it a good reef. I mean, these hoses, the front one and the back one here, or the back one under here, they came off really easy. The hose clamp undoes and it just slides out, but you really got to give it a good yank up to get it up off of that. So don't use a pry bar, because that's plastic. You break that and you're screwed. You're out $600 plus. Anyway, we're getting there. Okay, so this one here that goes from the front of the airbox, that goes to the front turbo. That's a charge pipe. And then this one here that goes behind the engine goes to the rear turbo as a charge pipe. And I got these couple cables that come off of the air intake, which goes to the intercooler. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this this pipe here, and I want all of these just to stay on it. I don't want to yank those out just yet. It's just easier to take it in one piece, and that'll hopefully clear up a lot of the side of the engine, so I'll be able to get this to drop down and out without having to remove the engine from the subframe. Okay, as you can see, I got that pipe out. There was a pain in the ass clip under the charge pipe to get out. That was a pain in the ass. So now I've got these 2 hoses here. They go to the heater core, provide heat to the inside of the car, and they run to the front. One runs up the top here, which is easily disconnected from the top part of the radiator hose here. The lower one goes down and comes out here. It's a hard pipe, and it runs across, connects up to this unit here, runs all the way across to the other side, where it connects up to the water pump, and that's what provides the flow through the engine and through the heater core. So what I have to do is I've got to unclip that, and I think I can unclip them right from the bulkhead right there. There's a quick release and then a pressure clip. Well, it's a pain in the butt. So my compressor is way back over there in the corner. It's behind there. I'm gonna have to pull a plug to it and run my hose, because what I want to do is I want to blow some air into that and blow out any coolant that's in the system before I disconnect it. Otherwise, it's going to dribble all down the back of the engine all over my floor. So I guess I'm humping my butt over top of that somehow without hurting myself. Good thing I have a tetanus shot, or I had one. Right, so I was able to remove the little gasket cover and release the 4 pipes. The AC pipes have an interesting little block on them, you know. It's like that's the block, and then it's got a special little clamp at the back side that holds it in nice and tight. But now that that has been released, I'm going to pull out the heating box out of the car. So I got to pop in the front inside here and just loosen a couple more bolts, and out she should come. Well, if you're ever taking an air box out of the car, there's this cover which looks like it holds the foam, like the sound thing on the firewall in place, but it actually just pops off, and there's a screw there, and it looks like that's the one I got to release to get that last bolt out and get it out. Well, I'm gonna call that a day. Got that out, and that's that. So we got a lot done today. So the interior is down to wires at this point, which, yeah. So now what's got to happen, as you can see, the motor's all taken apart here. So I'm clear on both sides now, and it looks really, really good. The only thing connecting it now is this electrical wire here and this one here, and I'm going to take a look inside because I think that there's quick connects in there that I should be able to just disconnect those and they'll stay with the motor. Other than that, there is the gear shift that's connected, and probably a transmission wire sensor or something, so I'll probably have to get under there and mess with that, but I'm going to call that a night. Well, this evening's project is to get everything that's attached to the body under here loosened off. So I've got the brake lines and the connectors for the ABS and stuff like that. I'm just getting the this brake module here, which is part of the ABS system, and then this is loose. So yeah, we're gonna get that off and hopefully shove the car over. Some idiot cranked one of the bolts in there all messed up, and like, look at this. This is like, seriously, can you focus on that? Look at this. Like, quality work here by some mechanic, but fortunately that's just the lock nut. Anyway, interesting. Might have to replace the rotor. They look kind of humped anyways, so. Right, brake booster is out. And that's the hole that it came from, and there's a really nice big ass connector here that connects up for the ABS system, so that's gonna have to be wired in, but slowly but surely getting stuff done. Oh yeah, passenger fender's off, so there it is there, and the running board is off. And in case you're wondering, that white thing is actually the washer fluid for the windshield and for the headlights. So it's like really form fit to, you know, go in behind that fender in the space that there is. I'm going to see if I can reuse that on the other car, you know, because I've got some dead space in there. So if I can fit that in there, that would be awesome. Anyways, moving along. Well, here we are now. So the main power loom taken apart. That's all the wiring for the right-hand side, the passenger side, everything that runs up along the front of the car here on the passenger side. Separated everything from the firewall to the engine. They do a nice job of making these really nice clips and stuff. There's one that this unit here actually has a clip that has a pin that you have to actually remove, because one goes this way and one goes this way and one goes this way, and you have to separate. You have to take this apart, but easy enough to do. And that motor, transmission, front, everything is ready to be dropped out of the car. So I'm going to leave the front of the car right now, and I'm eventually going to get to the back and do the same thing so that the rear subframe's ready to come out. But there we are. Well, today's plan is to work on the back end of the car. Got all my work done this morning, and I don't have a meeting till a little bit later, so I'm going to get dirty in here. So now I'm going to disconnect all the stuff for the rear subframe so that that can be dropped out, and maybe if I'm lucky I will pull the exhaust system as well so that I can get at the drive shaft. And once those are done, the subframes are ready to come out with all my stuff. Well, I didn't do any recording. There wasn't really a lot there, and to be honest, I kind of forgot. But the rear subframe is now completely free from the car. There's a brace that goes across, which I got buried at the back over here, along with the exhaust system. I got a brace there, so that's off, and basically means that the rear subframe can just be dropped straight out of the car now. I got to get the exhaust out from the catalytic converters back so that I can remove some heat shields and access the drive shaft. And once the drive shaft has been popped out, those two things can come out, and yeah, we'll go from there. Once more unto the breech. This car is going up on 4 jacks under the frame so that I can get underneath it and get that exhaust and drive shaft out. And then we're going to go from there. Hope you're along for the ride. Right, car's up on jacks. Well, it's on 4 axle stands here anyways, which is kind of nice. So the whole thing's up off the ground. Extra supports just in case, you know, make it nice and secure. And trying to get the muffler. And the front bolts for a muffler are always a nightmare. You know, it's like, please, come on. Seriously? Yeah, I'm done asking. This is coming off. Oh my god. It has taken me that fucking long to get this off. Okay, you know what? Seriously. Stainless steel. And look how freaking thick that is. I mean, BMW does not screw around. But, you know, the best part is the catalytic converters are buried up underneath in here. It's like, man, it took me forever with a Sawzall just like and-on jacks to get that thing, to get the muffler out. I could just imagine trying to steal these catalytic converters. It's just not going to happen. Anyway, so that is done. Yeah, all this is going to be for sale too, like the muffler and stuff. I just don't need it. Anyway, yeah, we're moving along. Moving on. Well, let's bring you all up to speed. Got the bumper off, the trunk off, pulled the doors off. So all the electrics out of the back of the car, the whole back side of the car now. I got the electrics out, and what I've done is I've coiled them up into the back seat here, and you know, that's everything that goes to the right hand side, everything that goes to the left hand side. There's some crossover, but everything's labeled. And what's going to happen now is I got these old pillowcases, and I'm going to tuck those into a pillowcase, zip tie it closed right on the pillowcase where it goes. I'm then going to do the same for the front, and everything gets folded up and gets put inside a box for electrics, and that way I can just unfold it when I'm ready to install it in here. Right, as you can see, everything is in bags, everything is labeled, and it's all laid out, and it's going in this box, and that box is going to have a lid put on it. And that is all the electrics out of this car. And they're organized so that I can actually make something of it and not have to spend 13 years figuring it out later. You know, because honestly, between now and by the time I actually get to putting electrics in this other vehicle could be a couple years, and there is no way I'm going to remember where things go. So anything you can do to organize and make sure that you're not getting confused later, it's good work. Just a quick update, but as you can see, all of the electrics are out now. There is that wire there, but that one goes from the front of the car all the way to the battery. It's the big heavy wire, but other than that, everything is out of the car. So this is what 2 cars worth of stuff looks like. So anyway, I'm not going to be pulling that motor, etc., because I don't have a hoist until Pete loans it to me, and I'll probably be doing that when I get back from Toronto. But last little thing is to pull the shark fin off of there, and then I'm going to go through all this stuff and get rid of any stuff that I definitely don't need and get organized for putting the rest of the stuff that I don't need on Facebook Marketplace so I can get rid of some of these parts. Okay, so I haven't posted anything in about a week or so because I was in Toronto for a conference, but I was in the garage yesterday and did a little bit of work here. Nothing on the car itself, just I was organizing and cleaning. I've got a lot of parts from the BMW that I'm going to sell, so I was just getting photos of those and also getting everything that I want to keep piled away and, you know, tucked away nice and tight so that it's not in my way, give myself as much space. Picked up an engine stand the other day and just built that and attached it to the motor. So I'm going to get ready today to drop that motor and transmission out of the car. So maybe I'll get that, and hopefully the rear as well. We'll get this rear end out of it as well. So let's see what happens. Sweet. So I got the transmission cross brace out from under there, and I've got a block holding it up with my jack, and we've got the front subframe is completely disassembled from the frame, so the only thing holding it is that jack and my engine stand. So now it's a case of just slowly lowering things onto the dollies, and I'll let you know how that goes. So I'm either going to be very happy or I'll be swearing up and down this video, the next video. Good news. Yes. Motor's dropped. So, motor's sitting on the dollies there. Suspension is released. I got 3 dollies, one under the subframe and each side, and then I got one up underneath the transmission there. And the whole thing will just slide straight out the front of the car without any drama. So that is done, and I was smart. Yeah, I did. I put a jack underneath the center there because as soon as I release that light weight, then I don't know whether the back of the car with that subframe gets too heavy and fucking thing does a wheelie. Next thing I know, it's a mess. But yeah, so that's done. I'm gonna dolly that out, or maybe I'll take out the back one now first and then figure out where I'm gonna put everything. So till next time. And the rear subframe is out. Just sitting on my jack right now. I've got to get something to wheel it around, put it on top of this dolly. But I have to remove the drive shaft from it. But other than that, it's out. Which means that is nothing more than a shell, which I can now take measurements from so I can build my own custom frame in CAD and then get company in town here that does they do laser cutting of pipe and stuff, and I can get everything laser cut perfectly. So that's where I'm at. Well, this is the last update for the evening. I got the rear subframe is out. The rear shocks are toast. I still can't get the drive shaft off. I got to get a proper tool for that. Pulled the motor forward. A little dark in here, but motor's been pulled completely forward now and is out of the way, so I can start taking measurements. And I got that one little bracket that was there was a bracket right here that held the steering column in place, and it was a pain in the ass. The only way to get it out is without the windshield in the car. Well, yeah, just I don't care. The windshield was broken, so that's where I'm at now. Everything's piled up, everything's apart. Gonna get that drive shaft off so that I can move this out of the way, and gonna start taking measurements. Not tomorrow though.